You know, none of us can predict the future. We don't have a crystal ball. And so we don't know whether our pensions are going to be robust enough to take us through our retirement. As you see from the thumbnail, I have a retirement pot, a bridge pot that is 275k, that is to do me until state pension. I do have another pot which is ring fenced for post state pension years. So I have 275k to see me through the next 11 to 12 years. And one of the things that's most daunting about that is I don't know if it's enough. I don't know if I have correctly created a framework which will allow me to trust the numbers. Now, I have modeled this so many times with modeling tools, spreadsheets, and the main thing that I have going for me is that I have flexibility with my spending. But my brain has not caught up with my spreadsheet. I still don't trust it. And this is going to be one of the biggest transitions that I have to go through psychologically and behaviorally in order to start trusting the pension. And I think this is why I am still looking for multiple sources of income over the next few years. I still don't trust my pension to stand its ground. So that's why I've been doing the seasonal work, which is something that I love and enjoy. And I've said this on previous videos as well. It goes from April to the end of September most years. I just started mine in July this year because they were hiring later. And I'm doing that primarily to be active and to get out during the summer months. But I am also looking for multiple sources of income. So this week alone, I have signed up to a company in the US that does piecemeal work for $50 an hour. Now it's spiky work. I'm just going through the final onboarding stage so that I will get some of those hours. A former CEO reached out and said there may be some project work going. And I have as you know, the prolific studies that I do. I have the seasonal work. And all these things are not because I need the money, it's because I need the comfort blanket of knowing that there is income coming in, not just from my pension. And so one of the things that this year, where I basically have taken on and said yes to everything, is it has exhausted me. It's been great fun, but I'm not allowing my pension to stand on its own legs right now. And I don't have to. That's the one thing. I don't have to yet. But at some point I will have to allow my pension to be the foundational income that I have. And so what I'm doing is I'm testing sources of income this year. I'm seeing what I thrive in, what I find joy in. And I'm looking ahead to next year to say, I don't need to take everything on. I don't need to say yes to everything. What I need to do is to trust that I have a framework that is adaptive, that is flexible, and that I can roll with the incoming tides of the markets. And that's why I have 4 different spending tiers. That's why I have a robust review every 6 months. And that's why I can have some small sources of income that give me fun money that don't need to add to the bills payment every month. And that I can use that money to what I call find joy. So these are the things that will give me a thrill that I can save up to go on a really cool holiday. At the moment, I'm looking at doing an alpine railway holiday in the next couple of years. The Bernina Express, I think it is. It just winds through the Alps from Switzerland into Italy. So I want to be able to have income that I choose to do, not that I feel obligated to do. and I want to have income that feeds a purpose. So going forward, I want to try and change my mindset from earning because I need to, earning because it's a comfort blanket for me, to earning because it allows me to have experiences that I wouldn't normally look at. And so that is, I think, the biggest psychological shift that I am trying to train my brain into thinking, and trying to have a positive mindset that I can roll with the punches with the market, that I can happily, well, not necessarily happily, but I can, in some ways, reduce my spending if the dips are there in the markets, if things turn down. And I have to be comfortable with the money going down. That 275,000 is allowed to run to zero by the time I reach 67. That's an important thing. I can let that go. I don't need to preserve it. It doesn't need to last forever. It's something that has to last me 11 years. And so again, that's what my spreadsheet is telling me that I can do, but my brain has to catch up. So this was just a quick video just to let you guys know where my thinking is. I hope that I'm not the only one that kind of feels in this weird space of not yet trusting where I am, not yet trusting the numbers. But I'm trying to shift myself into a positive mindset that income is a choice, that it gives me options, and that I am looking forward to using that income in a positive way, not just to boost the pension for the bills. So hopefully we'll have a great conversation once again in the comments. Thank you for all the comments. I've had a lot of comments recently about, using the 4% rule. What is my Burdock framework? By the way, the Burdock framework, it's just a name I made up because I have this little character world that I've built, and Burdock is just one of the favorite names that I have from that. So I just called it the Burdock framework. It's just so that it formalizes it in my head so that it's really a decision-making framework that works for me. So what other comments have I had recently? I've had a lot. There's a lot of people out there that are really facing the defined contribution pension drawdown for the first time. We're all figuring out that we were never taught this, that we're becoming our own financial managers. And I'm actually going to do another video at some point in the near future about what I had to learn in order for me to build my framework. So what are the acronyms that I had to learn? Sequence risk, what does that mean? How does that play into my framework? So I'm going to do a little bit of a video on that coming up as well. And we'll just see how that rolls as well. So thank you all for watching. I'm trying to keep my videos just a little bit shorter this time because one person said that I waffle too much and that they couldn't watch they couldn't watch more than, a minute or so of my video. Well, thank you, that person, for watching at least a minute. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you giving me a chance. I appreciate all of you giving me a chance just to waffle my little world to you at least once a week. So take care, folks, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.